the issue of Aka 9 from the camp of Bawumia artists, say no, and nobody on campaign slogan, say Aka 9 Canada, Japan, about to 7 Eddie Amani on that slogan. Nasanso, and a year, Kwesi Prat, and so about Fumi at a year that particular slogan, say Aka 9 What to turn them Eddie Amani a year Bawumia, Eddie a money a year in the camp, no, just for no one case I was one tiasi, say a year Bawumia camp full of intellectuals, or mobile me at say, now almost something like Aka 9 Eddie out. In fact, we're get no a pie like Papa.
This whole thing about Aka 9 my brother, you are also saying that you, well-educated, articulate, respected politician, you're also saying Aka 9 What is the basis? What's the empirical basis of that claim? You think that those who voted for you in the last election, Master, you think that those who voted for you in the last election will continue to vote for you? They won't shift and so on. We've just had the Akwetia by-election. The Akwetia by-election should teach you that the numbers are not static. They move. And even if you expect 9 to change position and join you, it shows a certain movement. You understand? And that movement is not guaranteed because you are a second timer or third timer in the polls and so on. It's not. So this Aka 9 I don't know where it's coming from. Very strange. Why? You want to campaign? Stop the sloganeering. Come and tell us what we can do in order to improve the living conditions of the people of this country. Come and tell us the devastated roads that you left behind. What you can do to rehabilitate those roads. You left power at the time that cocoa production had fallen by more than 50%. What are you going to do to revive the cocoa sector? You left power at a time when even as syndicated loans could not be guaranteed, you couldn't get syndicated loans to buy cocoa. Come and tell us what you're going to do about that. Of this population, any number that is above 40 years old and is of sound mind has a right to dream about becoming a president. Dreaming about becoming a president is not a problem. Everybody can dream. You understand? Wish to become president. What I think they should avoid is doing voodoo analysis. Because those who do voodoo analysis do not appear to think that we are intelligent enough to read through what they tell us. That's my problem. I mean, dream to become a president, but don't think that we are stupid, because we are not. Okay? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a Ghanaian citizen. He's about 40 years old. He's qualified to be president of Ghana on the basis of the constitutional provision and so on. He has a right to dream. But don't tell us that Ghanaians don't vote for first-timers and that Ghanaians are in sympathy or will vote for people who have contested elections before. Let's check the records. Why? Hassan Ayariga. He joined the political race long before Dr. Bawumia. Have we voted him as president? So how do you make that argument? LPG, Apalu, he was in the race before Mahmoud Bawumia. We have not elected him as president. What kind of argument is that? What kind of reasoning is that? And then go into our history. Why? 1951. Nkrumah won elections as a first-timer. True or false?
True.
Buzia won elections as a first-timer. 1969. You understand? Liman won elections as a first-timer. 1979. Rawlings won elections as a first-timer. 1992, and so on. And we can go on with the list. That's a bad argument. Don't make it. It has no empirical basis. It is voodoo analysis. And don't give us voodoo analysis on this platform. You understand?
Now, it would see a Kwesi Prat just an 7 where you go on Aka 9 just said the camp of Bawumia or Modia campaign slogan. And no, and at the camp of a Bawumia, one of your communication team member, no studio. And you also reply, a Kwesi Prat.
You understand? You left power At the time when the city's value had fallen, completely. Come and tell us what you will do to revive the value of the city. Come and tell your own party members what is it that you have, which Kennedy Japan doesn't have, which Brian Achampong doesn't have. You understand? Which Kobler Japan doesn't have, and so on. That is how you become first presidential candidate and ultimately first presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, and eventually the president of the Republic of Ghana. You don't do that by sloganeering and voodoo analysis and so on. My friend, let's be serious.
Yes, sir.
Moro.
Hosting a VP.
I think that elections in this country are on stages, and those are internal elections. And whatever we are doing today, the aim is to be able to get to the flag bearership of the New Patriotic Party. Even beyond that, because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is contested in national elections, his outlook and his vision is out there. What he intends to do about the various sectors are out there. I mean, he led in an election that came out with a manifesto. We sold it to the Ghanaian voters, and they came out with the results. That's fine. Now, what we are doing is internal elections, and if this is what is going to clinch us, I don't see why anybody should have any challenge with it. What we are telling our voters is that, look, last time when Dr. went for the general elections, more than 4 out of every 10 voter thought that he was the right person to lead this nation. This time, he needs to build upon what he was able to garner. Simple. You see, all the people that Uncle Kwesi Prat is mentioned, in Nkrumah's case, I mean, we're running a parliamentary system at the time, similar with Buzia, the Westminster system. It's very different. A lot of people try parliamentary elections, and they win at the first time. And if by the design of the constitution of the time, it makes them prime minister, so be it. Liman's case, I mean, 79 is for us, all of us to say what happened to us, the PFP-UAC thing. I mean, it's there for us to see. And talking about Rawlings had led this nation for over 10 years. He transitioned into democratic governance. And I mean, he went into that election with a huge advantage. Look at the elections in 1992. The New Patriotic Party had barely 3 months. And I mean, Mr. Kwesi Prat was an integral person within that era. And it's clear that Rawlings transitioning from a military leader to a democratic leader was automatic. He was a phase that we had seen. I was born in 1975, and all that I had seen from the point of when I started growing up until 1992 was Mr. Rawlings. And so it's an outlier. He should give us any other example, somebody winning at the first time. Even President Mahama, he had gone for these elections as a sitting president and had 6 months or so as the president of this nation going into elections in 2012. So it's just what the Ghanaian voter is made of.
So that is that from a Kwesi Prat and yet in a clash on a Bawumia campaign a slogan just say aka 9 pe just say no or more can say aka 9 pe na or the account when I say what me bubu bibia because the previous election on 41 into here 9 pe the account where 51% na just say we Kwesi Prat as about to 27 e the amano aha e Dowona TV chabading e comment section